with us, Gwen.
Ooh.
And excited she'll be performing for us in 2 weeks here on the center with her own music. Please come for that. You gals ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Day. There's a lot of things going on today, but the topic today, the theme for today is so special. And we have, as we welcome our senior minister, Reverend Sharon Dunn-Alberg, to the stage, to the podium, we have a special message for her. What's that message? Tell me something good. Tell me that you love me. Tell me something good. Tell me that you love me.
Are we having a little too much fun here? Oh my gosh. Good morning, good morning. Am I on? I guess so. Whew. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. There's no guys. Thank you, beloved ones. Thank you. That was amazing. It is amazing. We are so blessed to have the music that moves me, just moves me, absolutely. And who am I? I am Reverend Sharon Dunn, your senior minister, Reverend Sharon Dunn-Alberg. I really do love being married. I am the spiritual director here, and I welcome you. I am so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here, and you're here, and you're here, and you're here, and all of you. And I just have a little prayer. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of God's hand. An Irish blessing.
Thank you.
So happy St. Patrick's Day and happy Ramadan. So Ramadan happened last Sunday when the sun went down. And so we did not start our celebration last Sunday, but we started it when the sun went down on Sunday, and you had already left the building. But Ramadan is a month-long, one of the 5 pillars of Islam, where for a month the Muslims fast during the day from sunrise to sunset. No water, no food, all day. And again, this is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. So it ends in April. So it's a month long. And what happens with this kind of fasting is that it's an opportunity for those who have a lot to be grateful for that, and for those who do not to be supportive of that. Because another one of the 5 pillars of Islam, alms, is to give to those who have not. And so it's such a beautiful religion, a world religion, and I wanted to make sure that we recognize our brothers and sisters of Islam and their month-long, very celebratory ritual. And at the end, Eid, E-I-D, is the last day, and there is a party. Come on, there is a party, and they know how to party. So it's very beautiful. I wanted to bring that to you because we recognize all faiths, all paths to God. And it is also St. Patrick's Day. And is anyone Irish? Oh my goodness, look at us.
Today I am.
Over here, did you raise your hand?
Today you are?
No?
I suspect.
yeah.
I suspect. We have a suspect over here.
She thought she always was until she did the
Oh, until you did the
She found out she
genealogy.
wasn't.
Oh my. Oh,
That's how the
that
anger comes from.
how disappointing. Well, I love to celebrate St. Patrick's Day because of my da. My father was 100% Irish. McDonnell, Robert Elton McDonnell. And, my husband's father was John and my dad was Elton, and we were kind of looking for names for our children. No one got Elton John, but I love the stories of my ancestors who came during the famine to this country. And so when it comes to the Hawaiian Portuguese part of who I am, that celebration will be delayed on another occasion. And so, are there any demonstrations for this week? A demonstration is answered prayer. Anything, I want to make sure I put that out there, that we are looking for you to give testimony. Go ahead, Sue.
I've been, kind of worried about my job because I've been beta testing a system which is going to replace me eventually. I don't know if it's tomorrow or hopefully a couple of years from now, and I do plan to retire, but I was feeling really low. And every time I start to feel low and depressed, a song comes on the radio, and I swear it's Spirit sending it to me, and we're going to do this song on April 7th, and I love this song.
That's beautiful.
You all know it, but it's a different version of it.
I love that.
Beautiful.
I love a different version of anything. I'm one of those who loves change. So thank you for that demonstration. We have our vision, mission, and purpose. Let's say this together. Our vision: we are a welcoming sanctuary community where all are accepted, valued, and supported in the global family. Our mission is that we inspire personal and global transformation through the teachings of science of mind, and our purpose: in joy and love we connect in service to all life. And speaking of in service to all life, we do have an outreach ministry that has been led by our beautiful practitioner, outreach practitioner now, Linda Connolly, and we have we want to say hello to her. Thank goodness she's feeling better. She went to the Caribbean and was bit by a mosquito apparently, and she's doing much better. We want to say hey, and she's really doing better. Thank goodness. We had a little difficulty trying to reach her because she was asleep for a long time. So that is good news that she's doing better. Now, I have the honor and privilege to bring up a beautiful soul, a minister, an ordained minister at Centers for Spiritual Living, a teacher, a mentor, a beautiful, funny soul.
And yes, I am Reverend Patricia. My pronouns are she and they. And in my family, my Scots grandmother married down into the Irish of Boston at the turn of the century. I thought she did well. That's the family story. You know, we all have family stories. I also want to say happy birthday to Elise and to Emily, who were lucky enough to be born on St. Patrick's Day. That's my daughter and Ruth's granddaughter. So in this moment of celebration, let us come together and be here now. For now is all that there is. That presence, that source of all life, that incarnated and became who and what we all are. It is what I am, it is what you are. It is what this community is. We are the incarnation of source, of divinity, moving and alive in the world. And everything that happens today is divinely ordained. It is perfect in the mind of God, just as we are perfect in the mind of God and in the life of the world. And so I give great thanks for all that is present this morning. The music, the words, the prayers, the laughter, the good thing that we're going to be told. It is all a gift. It is all our gift to you, because we are the center, the Sacramento Center for Spiritual Living. And so for all this and more, I give thanks. And so it is. Greetings. I think I got ahead of myself.
You're fine. With the first reading? There we go.
Oh, I think I have help.
Yeah.
Desire. Half-hearted wishing must not be confused with desire. Our wishing is always capricious. We long for one thing today, and tomorrow our attention is directed elsewhere. Desire is that something which impels us to reach out and take our own. This is the divine urge, which operating as law produces energy, and energy must find an outlet. This is why suppressed desire often produces discord and discomfort. Desire for anything is the thing itself in its incipiency. This measure, that legitimate desire, is the voice of spirit in you trying to indicate that the thing you desire is already on its way to you. Before they call, will I answer? Signs of Mind. And again from Signs of Mind. Spiritual experience is deep, calm, and self-assertive. It is the result of actually realizing that presence which binds us all together in one complete whole. This experience comes in a stillness of the soul, when the outer voice is quiet, when the tempest of human strife is abated. It is a quickening of the inner person to an eternal reality. And from Albert Einstein, when the solution is simple, God is answering. Our musicians.
This song is an original. We're working up a repertoire of songs to hopefully work on our album. I don't like to say CD. I like to say album. Doesn't that sound more
Record.
What did you say?
I said record.
Record. And hopefully this song will make the cut. Okay, so. Hold me, won't you please? The darkness surrounds me. Hold me, won't you please? So I can set my
Walk in the light, 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 walk in the walk in the
That had a little kind of Middle Eastern kind of feel to it, didn't it? It felt very Ramadan to me. Oh my gosh, thank you. I love our music. I love our music. I love our music. And it is a vision come true. We say, oh, it's a dream come true, but what if dream or desire is vision, is the vision itself? It's not a wish. It is a deep desire, and we had a deep desire to have music match and evoke the presence that inspires the message. It comes together. It's like one is not a standalone thing. It's both. It's a both and the message and the music. So I'm not going to spend the rest of the Sunday talking about the music when I have a message. And our title today is "This is how." Our theme for the month for March is "This is how we do it," and our topic today is "Tell me something good," which is why they did the "Tell me something good." And so what I want to say is, what happens when we're confronted by a situation where figuring it out just doesn't work? Who do you call? Godbusters! Really? That was unplanned. Could you tell? And so what we're going to talk about today is human intel. Divine intel, and knowing the difference. So I really like that, divine intel. And the spiritual principle that I want to use today, and the spiritual practice, which is what I've been doing. I've been bringing a principle and a practice for the message. So we get the message, we dance out of here with the music, and then we have an assignment. Right? We have a week long, I'm going to use this principle, and I'm going to use this practice. Now, the principle comes from our Declaration of Principles by Ernest Holmes. He is the founder of our teaching. He wrote the books, and he wrote this. We believe in the direct revelation of truth through the intuitive and spiritual nature of the individual, and that any person who lives in close contact with the indwelling God may become a revealer of truth. So this isn't just for the monks doing their mandalas. This is us as spiritual beings. As what? Divine humans. That's my new term for us. I identify as divine human. My pronoun is divine. So what practice would we do for this idea? And I know you don't know the idea yet, but I'm going to tell you that the practice is visioning. Because that's where we listen for that wee small voice. That's where if we quiet our own voice, because we do a lot of figuring out ourselves. We're busy little figuring outers. Figuring it outers. That's the word. Figuring it outer. We have an amazing ego that navigates for us. We have a navigator, keeps us safe, and that's so important. And it can be distracting when we aren't putting it aside to see what else is possible. Because our ego, in our planning, in our figuring it outers, is from the past. See, we only can figure out from what we know, which is great, which is why we want to be wise, and that's why we want to be spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically mature. That's where we want to look at the kingdoms we've been talking about. Am I in first kingdom? Am I in second? Am I in third? And then we rotate, right? And when we get to that place of understanding the fourth kingdom, where life is happening as me, where I am co-creating, where I am quiet enough to hear that wee small voice, we get direction that we wouldn't have gotten from the past. But where is it coming from? From what's possible, what hasn't happened yet. And I don't know about you, but I've had intel come incoming that I haven't really liked very much, that I thought was just bigger than me. No. Me? Do you ever do that? God speaks to you and you're like, me? Are you kidding me? You didn't just say that. But that's the thing of the thing. That's what we're alive for. That's why we are here. To be that is ever expanding. That's our job. And so, yes, thank you, ego. That's wonderful. I love that you keep me safe. And I get lazy behind my ego. I let my ego figure things out. I use my thinking. And we could call it limited thinking because we really aren't diving into the infinite, are we? We're diving into the finite, what already has happened or what you heard could happen from somewhere, right? And so this idea of the human intel, we are gifted with intellectual tools. We are gifted with that. We can do that. We have rationale, we have analytical mind, we have science, we have everything. We can even experiment in the intellect. Well, okay, I'm going to propose to do this, and then I'm going to use the scientific method to see if that's going to work for me. That's a great thing, and that's a wonderful thing. And that actually, using things like the Ten Commandments or scripture or any kind of, writings from the ancients that talk about civilization, that's a good thing to do, is to be civilized. But is spirit civilized? There is no civilized in spirit. Spirit is perfect, complete, and whole. That beautiful song, my goodness, that is going on the CD, or no, the album, or whatever. Whatever you wanted it to go on, it's going. It's such a beautiful song. And, we if you think about it, what we consider civilized isn't very civilized. I was just praying that the food trying to get to the Palestinians get there. We are not thinking clearly. We are not being civilized. There is no civilized in spirit. In spirit, no one goes hungry. In spirit, everyone feeds everyone. And so this is really important, to move ourselves away from what we know as humans and what's possible. And when we talk about being spiritually active in the world, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about speaking out from spirit, not from what we know, not from what has already been. Because if you really look at what's going on, it's been going on for thousands of years. And we're not getting it right. Yay for human intel. So what I'm thinking is, it's time for divine intel to be the boss of me and the boss of everyone. So we can tune into a deeper intelligence, an intuition that transcends intellectual understanding. It transcends intellectual understanding. Brilliant minds we are. But if you look around to the demonstrations, we need to get clearer. We need to become more clearly channeled into this divine intel. It's up to us to release our need to figure it out and invite inner guidance to lead us into new territory of our brand new day, which is our focus. We keep wondering, what can we do? You know, and I keep saying, what can we be? It's really more important that we be. It's more important, I'm learning in this practice of visioning, that we catch the vision. And that's only the beginning. Visioning practice does not end with catching the vision and putting it up there in our notes and wondering if it's going to show up. The meat, if you're vegetarian, the carrots of visioning is the spiritual mind treatment that follows with what we discover in visioning. What must we release? What must we become? What and how must I change? That's the meat of visioning. The vision is done. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to make it happen. You don't have to get that intellectual human intel involved. That's done, and the law is done. We believe in the law, like it is done. It is immutable. It doesn't change, right? You have the desire, the conviction. It's good for all. It's done in love. It has to happen. But what's in the way? What is in the way is the way. I think there's a book about that. What is in the way is that is revealed during visioning about what must I give up, my goodness. What must I change? And I can tell you right now, in working with folks, as I always say, I know what you believe by what comes out of your mouth, because that's backed by all that belief work. And so if you do nothing but stop negative self-talk, and more importantly, because it all is an inside job, stop the negative other talk. The politics, the politicians, the leaders, the opinions, the different opinions from different, news outlets. Like, that is not divine intel.
Yeah.
Do I get an amen? And have you ever heard that idea? I don't like surprises. Anybody? I don't like surprises. Raise your hand if you don't like surprises. Well, I'm going to ask you to reconsider. What if, for this week only, I have an opportunity, no, for this week only, what if your mantra was surprise me? Surprise me. And this is directed, we're not talking about human intel here, my love. Here's a minister I'm going to try to convince. We're talking about spirit. We're talking about asking and talking with spirit and confirming, surprise me. Surprise me. And then when it happens, don't ignore it. You know, what is this? It's a coincidence. No, it isn't. It's like, you know, having a desire about something and then, you know, doing like some mental and spiritual and emotional work around that thing you desire, and then having a truck go by with a big sign on it. You know, I think I might want to move to Florida. And then a truck goes by and says, move to Florida. I mean, we don't always get it like that. You know, I mean, as Larry, my beautiful husband, always calls these moments whale moments. Because it's like we don't always get it like that. So it is often a wee small voice. And what do? We say, no, not me. Or this. You know. What? And it's a control thing, not to want to be surprised. You know, some of us in our upbringing lived, maybe we chose to come into this incarnation with the opportunity to live in the asylum. Or to live in chaos, or to, you know, live in this upbringing that maybe wasn't stable. Maybe your parents weren't as stable as you would like them to be. Or maybe they were just having babies at 17 and thought they would learn life through the babies, which is kind of how a lot of us were brought up. Oh, I don't really know what I'm doing here, but let's give it a try. And let's involve little human beings, other little human beings. And so we don't like surprises. We like control. You know, I'd like everything to be neat and tidy. I like it to be, you know, understandable. I like all the ducks in a row. However many sayings we have about that. We like it to be well, how about we let that go? In this idea of being more tuned into divine intel than human intel. How many of you want something but talk it down?
I've done that, yeah.
I saw some hands. I like these ones.
All right.
You know. Stop it. Just stop it. If you did nothing more than stop the negative talk, nothing more, just keep it closed. And then when you have a desire to speak about your desire, consider that sacred. I'm going to talk about that as if I love it and it loves me, and that it's possible, and that my wildest imaginings are already done in mind. I'm just opening to that. I'm just getting ready. I'm just like, surprise me. And the other thing about negative self-talk is it's causal. Do you know what that means? It causes things. It's creative. We call it's first cause. We literally, if we are speaking negative about our desire, we are causing it not to happen. We're literally canceling it out. It's a formula. That is the science of mind. And so if we desire that, we're going to talk smack about it. We're going to talk like it's already happened, like we're already doing it, like it's, like I said, if you want a relationship, set the table. Make sure they get in shotgun. Your seatbelt on? I mean, if that is too much for your imagination, put something there, not a blow-up doll or anything. Put something there. Do something out of your comfort zone to invite this desire to manifest into form, for heaven's sakes. And stop talking like it's not going to happen. Anybody relate to this? One affirmation to help you with surprise me. I don't know how, but Spirit does. Just stop it. Just like, I don't know how, but Spirit's already done it. It's already happening. And this idea of God winks, you can call it whatever you want to call it. In class, we called it a numinous experience. Has anyone heard that term, numinous? Raise your hand if you have not heard the term numinous. Oh my goodness. So we started out, didn't we, Patricia? We started our visioning class with, learning about the numinous experience. And this is a very big thing in Gnosticism. Gnosticism is such a beautiful teaching, very much based on the Gospels of St. Thomas, which did not get in the canonical Bible. Because why? He's a wild and crazy guy. He's the one that said the power's in you. You are co-creating with Spirit. It's your, there was no do this or, this is going to happen to you. I love I read the Gospels of St. Thomas. I would probably be, if I had to decide what religion I am, which I can't, they're all so juicy, Gnosticism would probably be the one. But the numinous is that moment beyond the human vocabulary where you experience, you have a spiritual awakening, a spiritual moment that is etched in your soul, that changes you, that you can't never forget. I get God bumps here. And that's what happens here. It's just this whole experience that the mystics are very comfortable with. You are mystics. Get comfortable with your relationship with the inner God that you are. Get comfortable. Like, don't come here every week hoping to get it. You are it. And this idea of having a numinous experience is when we are envisioning and we've emptied. We're in that meditation, and then we move deeper than the flights of thoughts that may happen in meditation. In meditation, sometimes we have our thoughts going, our monkey mind, they call it, going, a mile a minute, and you're just glad you relaxed. Visioning goes deeper, a little bit deeper, where the voices stop, so that there is an opening to hear the wee small voice. And when you're in that communication, you are having a numinous experience, and there is nothing to be afraid of. Because this isn't, you can't control this. This is you out of control. This is you opening that portal where the light is so bright, and you can just open it a little more each time because you're wanting your eyes to adjust. You're wanting to be there in that spiritual moment with your Creator and listening. And then you get these ideas, this intel, this divine intel, and it's like, oh my God. And then, of course, you start to come out with this vision that you've caught, and immediately you're like, no, I can't do that, can't do that. No, I can't do that. No, that's never been done. Blah, 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 blah. I don't have the money. I'm out too old. I'm blah, blah, blah. And that's where we ask the question, envisioning, what must I become to have this vision manifest? What must I change? And here's my favorite, not really. What must I release? Yikes. Because then you're free falling like Tom Petty. You know, you're free falling in the divine intel. And folks, this is a beautiful thing. This is a numinous experience. And it can be a very small feeling, but if you love it, you can have more. And if you love more, you can have more. Because guess what? Spirit, what is it? Spirit, like, loves you as a pet project. Like, cannot wait to partner. Cannot wait to create something incredible. You know, I don't know if you've ever been with somebody that you just wish that person could just let go and let God. Just grab that ring. How many sayings do we have for this? Anybody think of one that I can't think of right now? But this numinous experience is you letting go and letting yourself have that which you came here to have, that which you came here to be. Is anyone in this room hesitating on that desire, on that intel, on that divine intel? Has anyone had some divine intel that you're just kind of, I'll put that on the back burner? What if we just let go of control and see what happens? Because immediately we want to do the mechanics. How can I make this happen? What about Tuesday at 10? I'll need this much money in the bank. I'll have to be there. I need this, I need that. I'm going to line this up. What if we didn't do any of that? What if instead we said, let's not do that. Rather, what must I change? What must I become? And why don't I call my minister or my practitioner to help me pray? Because I will say to you, send me a spiritual mind treatment on what must I become and what must I change or what must I release, and I get nothing. I get no spiritual mind treatment. But I get, oh my God, I don't know. Sometimes we need help. We need to get support from each other, a prayer partner, which I talk about, harp about all the time. My prayer partner is the one that the minute I'm confused, the minute I don't know what sometimes we just don't, what must I become? I don't know. What must I change? I don't know. What must I become? I don't know. Release, change, become, release, change, become. And it can be so overwhelming that we do nothing. Well, let's just vision again. No! Stop visioning. The vision's already there. Let's work on what's in the way. What's in the way is the way. There comes a point when seeking to untangle any seemingly insolvable problem, when we are invited to surrender our intellectual struggle and allow a deeper divine intelligence to come forward with its perfect solution. How hard is that? Why do we make this so hard? Anyone want to help me with that? I'll tell you why. Let's be compassionate for ourselves. We are fragile. We are human. We're not here for very long. And every day's a gift. It's like, oh my God, I woke up again. Praise the Lord. You know, we're fragile little beings. And we like our comfort zone. Even if we're uncomfortable. Even if being uncomfortable is our comfort zone. Ooh, okay, that's a little crazy. That might need a therapist. Because I can get comfortable in the uncomfortable. Has anyone felt like, I like it here? I'm going to set up camp. You know, that reminds me of when we went to Tamales. We're leaving this afternoon for Tamales. We love to go to Tamales. Only we're going to Tamales Bay different this time. Because the last time, or the time before last we went, we only had a tent. And it was 39 degrees with 39 mile-an-hour winds.
Whoa.
That's when you know, are tested. In the middle of the night. That tent, my goodness, it stood up. It did not fall. But I was kind of expecting it to. Luckily, I was with like a 250-pound anchor next to me, right? That kind of kept the tent down, but boy, was it and so out of control. And so this time we're going with everything, you know, we're going with our toy hauler, we're going with our solar, we're going with a bathroom, a kitchen, a shower. We're doing what we need to do to advance our comfort. We're taking the steps to improve on our experience. Why aren't we doing that with our divine intel? It's just a question. It's a question. That inner intelligence, a little more on divine intel, is that it's a different level in the busy push, pull, plus, minus processes of rational thought, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
It's different, isn't it? The world's greatest scientists and inventors have sought to access this direct inner knowing, often reporting that breakthrough ideas were revealed in dreams or semi-waking states of consciousness. Isn't that beautiful? Like, we have that, but we have to slow down and think about spiritual practice. Even though I harp on that every week, it is good to be reminded that we get so busy with our human intel. There's no channel. There's no receiving channel. There's no ham radio. God's like, hello? Can you hear me? I know you're in Costco buying this and that and this and that. When are you going to do a little meditation? How about when you go to the parking lot? When can I have your attention? Can I have your attention, please? I know we laugh at ourselves, but anybody relate to any of this? Okay, we're laughing, but not really. Funny, not funny. Time spent in our spiritual practices of meditation and spiritual mind treatment and contemplation and reading, visioning, journaling. Journaling is really fun. You know that literally you can hear that wee small voice through journaling? It will grab your pen. Have you noticed that? It's like all of a sudden you're reading something like, oh my gosh, where'd that come from? Oh, I guess we could say, oh my God, Intel! I've read something that I wrote that I did not know where it came from. That's how I published my book. I published a book, as you know, endorsed by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, who is a famous author of the grieving process, the stages of grief. Her, Ram Dass, Stephen Levine all worked together in the AIDS, during the AIDS epidemic and did so much work on grief and amazing work. And I journaled after my child died. I kept just journaling and journaling and journaling. Every day I journaled. It was the strangest thing. I mean, I love journaling. I'm a writer. But I was just journaling, and then I put it away. When I got into this writers group, I brought it back out. We were going to do this segment on grief, and I read it and went, who wrote that? That's amazing. And I took it apart and put it together, and I sent it to the publisher. Not one change, not one word. Not one word. And then I realized who was writing this book. Because the funny part of writing this book is the minute I finished it, the last page of the book, I felt this whoosh. Oh, I felt this leaving of the spirit of this child saying, we're done here. See you when I see you. And after that, I was just healed. And other people were too when they read the book. Other people all over the world. And, it shocked me to read my own writing. To this day, it shocks me. I was at her grave yesterday in Paradise, and I remembered this story. And I said to Jessa, yeah, I was the one that ran to the grave when it was raining with my umbrella. I have had so many numinous experiences that I'm not afraid. I am not afraid of my God. And you need not be afraid either. I'm a little afraid of my ego. Okay, I'm a lot afraid. I am a lot afraid of where I get afraid and need to control everything around me. And the minute I stop that and I let the power of God go before me, everything works. Why don't I want that on a regular basis? It would be really nice just to have what works. But I am practiced. And I guess in summary, I want to say, figuring it out applies our intellect's reasoning processes to information we've stored from past experience and the stories we've constructed out of that experience. Do we just love our stories we write about stuff? I particularly like the stories I write about other people. Wow, I am so creative with my mind. I can come up with, they don't like me. They never will. This body is not okay. It needs this and that and this. I would like to have more of this. That is our imagination. That's not what we're talking about here. That is human intel. Our imagination is human intel. Visualization is human intel. But visioning and listening and being open, not to the vision, because you love the vision, but to supporting the vision. You support the vision by getting out of the way everything that minimizes and limits the vision. Now that is some wacky behavior. So, in Ramadan, there is a lot of prayer, 5 times a day. Prayer for the world. Do you realize that? Thousands and thousands and thousands of Muslims are praying for this world. And what do? They bend down, head on the mat, so heart is closer to God. The point is, we benefit ourselves and the world by being directed by divine intel and behaving accordingly. That piece. So let us pray. So there's a power called by many names. Allah, the Great Spirit, God, divine intelligence, Yahweh, avatars like Jesus and Buddha, Muhammad, Martin Luther King, Gandhi, as we are in the season for nonviolence. There's a power that we all share that created us, that gave us its heart, its mind, and is the body of all creation. It gave itself to us. It gave us itself. And I know that life, that one life, that life of abundance and light and peace and joy and wisdom, intelligence and wholeness and all that is good is how I identify. It is what connects me to all life. It is what connects me so that I know there is no separation. There's no separation in this connection. There's no air in between. There's no nothing. There's no space. And so this world is my responsibility. My brothers and sisters are my responsibility. I am here to be responsible for love and for giving and for knowing abundance for all life. To know that all bellies are full. Animals are cared for. Trees and forests, the earth is loved. This divine intelligence is my mind now. It is my mind always. And my mouth reflects it. I speak from that divine intel. I speak love into the world and care and communion and union. I am that is. And I know this for everyone and everything. I am responsible. I am love. And I am so grateful that this prayer is answered. Because my heart is good, my conviction is strong, and it is good for all. And I trust the law that said, yes, it's about time. It is time. And please affirm with me as we say, and so it is. Ashe.
So we have invited Connie Altman to join us on this song. she brought it to us and said, hey, we need to do this song. And I said, okay, you're in.
That's what happens when you volunteer.
And she's doing a great job. We're so excited to have her join us. So let's enjoy Yes. Take me to the water and I'll dive right in. I'm ready to let go of everything that's been. I say take me to the mountain and I'll climb on up. From the highest peak beauty to fill my cup. I say yes, I say yes, knowing all is well. I say yes, yes, I say yes, yes, I say yes, yes, knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes, I say yes, 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 knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes, knowing all is well. Throw routine right out the door when I'm scared to know it leads me to something more. Widen my gaze and see all there is. Take a leap of faith, I'm gonna find that bliss. I say yes, I say yes, knowing all is well. I say yes, yes, I say yes, I say yes, yes, knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes, I say yes, 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 knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes, knowing all is well. Take it Throw routine right out the door when I'm scared. I know it leads me to something more. Widen my gaze and see all there is. Take a leap of faith, I'm gonna find that bliss. I say yes, I say yes, knowing all is well. I say yes, yes, I say yes, I say yes, yes, knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes, I say yes, 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 knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes, knowing all is well. Yes!
Did you plan that?
Yes!
That was awesome. Thank
First
you.
time I heard that song was at Patricia's. When Amber came. Yep, yep, yep. I can't think of a better way to start our offering time than to say yes. That's what the offering time here is about. It's saying yes to yourself. It's saying yes to this community. It's saying, yes, Spirit, fill me.
Yes.
I will give and receive and give and receive. We have offered you the opportunity to receive. We now offer you the opportunity to give. So, as the basket goes around, let us say our abundance affirmation, yes?
Yes.
And the abundance affirmation is, in consciousness of abundance, I give freely, knowing that I'm freely given to. As a teacher of mine said, give until you feel good.
There it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. If you would like to have a completely
divinely explosive experience in your life and change whatever it is that you want to change, call our prayer line. Leave a request. It's not just about getting rid of things you don't want. It's about opening up and being what you do want. And that's what we love to do as ministers and practitioners for our community. So step right up to our website and put in a prayer request.
Preach, sister, preach.
Preach. Announcements. We have every third Sunday of the month at noon an opportunity to become the song, to become the music, to be part of that energy that uplifts this community. So join the song makers.
Today.
And
That's today.
today's the third Sunday?
Yeah.
Of course it is. It's today. Stay. Join. I'm told you don't even have to be able to carry a tune. They'll carry with you. And you become able to carry a tune because they carry you.
They just say, move your lips on.
Let your heart move you. So, let me do our closing affirmation, and then I'll do our benediction, and then we'll have even more music.
That's right.
So, the gift we give you as an affirmation to take with you all week is divine intelligence lives in me and guides me in each new day. Let's say that again. Divine intelligence lives in me and guides me each new day. And I take this knowing, continuing in this awareness that we are the divine life moving in, as, and through us. And I open, and I invite you to open to a greater flow of divine intelligence, trusting that that which created the universe surely knows how to handle your life. If it can keep galaxies and universes spinning in perfect orbit and expanding, that's what I want running my life. That's the divine intelligence. I'm open to a download. So I take this gift that I have been given in this community out into the wider community, and I recognize the divine intelligence in every person I meet. And I'm open, divine intelligence. And so it is. Now our closing song.
Sing along if you desire to. Okay.
Bye.